Good morning and happy Easter to everybody out there, all the Bellemans church kids. Any special hellos today, Emmeline?
Hi, Cooper.
All right, Archie?
Go ahead, say hi.
Hi, Papa.
And hi to all of my nursery class. I miss you.
Okay, today we're going to have another lesson, another Bible story, and at the end, another song. And we're going to start off our worship today with a special greeting that we do on Easter. The Lord is risen.
He is risen indeed.
He's risen indeed.
Happy Easter, my Sunday school friends. I'm going to be reading to you from the book of Matthew, chapter 27 and 28, the story of the resurrection. And this is called Surprise! After Jesus died, a rich man named Joseph took Jesus' body. He put it in a special cave tomb. He rolled a huge stone over the opening of the cave. The leaders sent guards to watch the cave to make sure no one took Jesus' body. But early Sunday morning, there was an earthquake. An angel came from heaven and rolled the stone away. When the guards saw him, they shook with fear and fell down. One of Jesus' friends, named Mary, came to the cave tomb early that morning. She saw the stone was not in front of it, so she went in. She saw an angel there. "Jesus is not here," the angel said. "He is alive. Go tell his friends that they will get to see him again." Mary was not sad anymore. Jesus was not dead. He was alive. She ran back to tell the wonderful news. At first, Jesus' friends did not believe her, but she was right. Jesus did come back to see them. He really was alive.
Well, Emmeline, you know that I work for the Arphil's baseball team, right? And we had these Zoom meetings that so many people are having. And on Thursday, we had a Zoom meeting. And Thursday night was supposed to be opening night, the first night of the baseball season, which is always kind of like a big holiday in baseball. And in the meeting on Thursday, everybody was kind of sad because we weren't going to have any games Thursday night. And somebody compared it to Christmas. Like if you had Christmas, but there was no Santa Claus. And then I thought to myself, well, you can have Christmas without Santa Claus, can't you? Because what's Christmas about? Jesus. You can't have Christmas without Jesus. You can have it without Santa Claus, but you can't have it without Jesus. And the same thing goes for Easter. Because Christmas is the birth of Christ, of Jesus, and Easter is when Jesus rose from the grave. And you can't have Easter without Jesus, can you? Can you have Easter without the Easter bunny? Yes. Can you have Easter without an egg hunt? Yes. Can you have Easter without Peter Cottontail? Yes. Can you have Easter without a ham dinner? Yes. Can you have Easter without Belleman's treats? I'd rather not, but yes, you can even have Easter without Belleman's treats. You know what? We only have 2 Belleman's treats left. So I'm kind of sad about that. But even if we didn't have Belleman's treats, no, we're not going to eat them right now. We're going to save them. Even though if we wouldn't have Belleman's treats, it would still be Easter and it would still be a great day because Easter is all about Jesus rising from the grave. And even though we don't have church in the traditional sense where we go to church and Sunday school and worship with other people, we still have Easter, don't we? Because Jesus is still risen. Jesus is still alive. So none of us are going to church this Easter. Nobody's going to Sunday school. But all these other things we have for Easter, ham dinner and the Easter egg hunts and the Easter bunny and all that stuff. Peter Cottontail, yes. It's nice to have that stuff. There's nothing wrong with that stuff. It's good, it's fun, it's nice to spend time with family. But we still have Jesus rising from the dead. Now, what is so special about Jesus rising from the dead? Because Lazarus rose from the dead, didn't he? Jesus rose Lazarus from the dead. We don't have a Lazarus Day. We don't celebrate Lazarus Day any day of the year, do we? But we celebrate Easter because it's a very special, not that Lazarus rising from the dead was special too, but Jesus rising from the dead was even more special. So why was it special? Well, in the Bible, Jesus tells us in the book of John that the best thing you can do, the best way you can show you love somebody is to lay down your life for them. That means sacrifice your own life so that somebody else may live. And that's what Jesus did for us. So I think the best example I can think of that maybe you would be familiar with is in a movie you know called Frozen. You know how at the end of Frozen, you got Hans, and he's got the sword in his hand, and Elsa's down on her knees facing away from him, and he's about to take the sword, and he's going to do what to Elsa?
Kill her.
He's going to kill her. But what happens? Here comes Anna. Anna steps between Hans and Elsa and the sword and raises her hand, and she stops the sword and saves her sister. That's what Jesus says is the greatest kind of love, is sacrificing yourself so that somebody else may live. So that's a very good example of what it means to love someone, and that's exactly what Jesus did, right? But Jesus didn't die just for one person. Like Anna sacrificed her life, although in the movie she didn't die either, but she sacrificed her life for her sister, whereas Jesus sacrificed Jesus sacrificed his life for all of us. And another major difference is Frozen is just a story in Disney, it's a movie, right? But Jesus actually died, and it's a real story in the Bible. It's a real life thing that Jesus died for us and rose from the dead. Yes?
And it's like, Anna's kind of like Jesus too, because she rose from being, because she came alive too.
That's right. Her last breath came out, but then in the end, the act of true love thawed the frozen heart, right? But Jesus' act of true love saved us from sin and allows us to live with him. We still do sin. That's exactly why we need Jesus, because we will always sin, unfortunately. That's the way we are. We're always going to sin. So we need Jesus to save us from our sin. Yes?
Jesus never sinned.
He never did. He was perfect, wasn't he? Absolutely. So Jesus rose from the dead, and that's why we have Easter. That's why Easter is so important, because Jesus died and rose from the dead. He defeated death for all of us. So that we believe in him, we will all have life with Jesus in heaven. And that is the true meaning of Easter. And no matter where we have it, no matter who we have it with, it doesn't matter if you're by yourself. Easter happened, and Jesus is alive. Amen, right? Amen. So now we have a song with Emmeline and Miss Kelly to end our worship today.
Now it's time to sing Bless the Lord. If you want to sing along, you may.
Bless the Lord, oh my soul, oh my soul, worship his holy name, sing like never before, oh my soul, I'll worship your holy name. The sun comes up, it's a new day dawning. It's time to sing your song again. Whatever may pass and whatever lies before me, let me be singing when the evening comes. Bless the Lord, oh my soul, oh my soul, worship his holy name, sing like never before, oh my soul, I'll worship your holy name, Lord, I'll worship your holy name, Lord, I'll worship your holy name. The Lord is risen.
He is risen indeed.
Amen.